What is up, everyone, and we are back. I would normally talk about 301, but I was at a wedding this past weekend, so I wasn't able to watch the card. And to be honest with you, I'm not that comfortable with going over something that I didn't fully watch. I watched some highlights and I saw the results, but overall, I kind of had a feeling that the card would go that way. I did see a lot of shit online about the Brazilian fan base and the crowd, kind of like I thought might have happened again, like it did with Glover the last time they were there. But regardless, 302 is just a month away. There's a couple fight night cards in between, but 302 is stacked. Those two, the main event and the co-main event alone, could carry this card. Who doesn't want to see Sean Strickland versus Paulo Costa in the co-main event? First off, if I'm being honest with you, Sean Strickland is still a possible champ who, in my opinion, didn't lose to DDP. If you look at the stats, you watch the fight, you see the results on their face, you tell me who won that. Do I think he deserved a rematch? Of course I do. Him going against Paulo Costa, that's a huge matchup. And I know he was talking about how he wanted the rematch, but them throwing a bunch of money at him, he said, fuck it, let's go, Paulo. So, and I get it, he's fighting for money. That's what most of these guys do. It ain't nothing against that. You got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of what you want in your future, because it's a very dangerous sport. But do I think Sean Strickland deserved another title shot? I do. But if he beats Paulo Costa, I'd be very, very surprised if they don't have him going for the title right after that. If we do get a DDP versus Izzy matchup, does he get the winner? If we don't get that, does DDP face him already? Or Hamzat versus Whitaker coming up? To be honest with you, the middleweight division is very tricky right now with a lot of the top talent, especially since Izzy lost to Strickland with Izzy sitting out. The whole carousel, the top five, is just interesting. We don't know if Usman's going to stay at 85. We clearly know Hamzat's staying at 85 because he's not going back to 70. But that would tell a lot for whether Sean Strickland gets another title shot or not, especially after a win against Paulo Costa. But not talking about just the co-main event, but the main event. Dustin Poirier versus Islam Makhachev. Khabib's pupil. Khabib's father taught him. Khabib still teaches him. And Dustin lost to Khabib. We'll see. We'll see if that rear naked choke can get Dustin again. Or can he finally get that monkey off his back and get the undisputed championship that he's always coveted? Now, I understand interim. I don't care. Would I like to see him hold the undisputed belt? Of course I would. But Islam, 25-1. Clearly the dude is so fucking phenomenal. One of the greatest fighters of all time. If he consistently goes on this run, taking out Dustin, he beat Alex twice, he beat Charles. I want to see him make more time in this division and start defending the belt more. But we'll see in the future. We'll see if Dustin can get the gilly. Don't be silly, jump the gilly. But either way, it's going to be a very, very good fight. And I think Islam is counting him out just a little bit. Because, when you think about it, a lot of Dustin's championship losses come from the rear naked choke or opportunities. Rear naked choke. They get him. And I'm not saying that they're going to get him this time, because I think Dustin has a real chance in this. His boxing is so clean. If he doesn't make some move that puts him in a bad position, like don't be silly, jump the gilly like he did against Armin about 5 fucking times. Or not Armin, I'm sorry, BSD, sorry. Either way, if he doesn't put himself in a bad position and he just sticks to his game plan, I don't think Islam can outstrike Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier has the power, not just accuracy, but how precise he is and how clean he is with his striking. He has almost no fat in his movement. It's absolutely clean, picture perfect boxing. And once he stands there and he throws, someone's about to get fucking touched. So I've never watched a Dustin Poirier fight where I have not enjoyed it, so I'm excited for this main event. I would love to see him get that gold wrapped around his waist. And honestly, if he does, I wouldn't be surprised if he just retired, because that's the last step in this whole puzzle piece of a career that he just has not captured yet. Which again, is very difficult. It's no slight on him. He's a great person. He's a great fighter. I would love to see that stamp of undisputed champion on him. I believe this is also, he came out and said, the first fight his daughter will go to. So I think some people are saying online that this is most likely his last fight. And I do understand that this is his last opportunity for a championship. He's been saying it his entire time leading up to this fight. And again, I think Islam could be counting him out slightly. Might not take his striking as serious as he should. But ultimately, we'll find out June 1st at UFC 302. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys' thoughts on 301 was and how Pantoja versus Urquig was. I know a lot of people had Urquig winning, just to be fair. But either way, again, 301. Let me know your excitement for 302. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.